folks. Welcome back to Two in the Cooler. What a phenomenal episode today. And if you want to support the show even further, you can do something nice for yourself and check out all the merch and great stuff we've got at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. We've got hoodies, mugs, pint glasses, bucket hats, fanny packs, t-shirts. And the t-shirts, folks, okay, these t-shirts are so soft. Try blend material, people. I'm talking Target quality merchandise. You can get all that stuff and more at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. The link is going to be in this episode description as well as in our Instagram bio. And you can find stuff not just for Two in the Cooler, but also for Schemin' and Dreamin' and Quested, the Dungeons and Dragons show that we produce right here. You can get all that stuff again at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. All you have to do is hit the link in the show description or check out our Instagram bio. Get yourself something nice, okay? Get yourself something that's going to make you feel good and look good. Fall is coming. That means it's going to be getting a little chillier outside, okay? You're going to want to stay in. You're going to want to be comfortable, hanging out on the couch, wrapped up in a blanket, something cozy on, okay? Sweatpants, whatever you got. You're not going to want to go outside. And the last place you're going to want to go is the grocery store. The good news is you don't have to, because you can use Instacart. With Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. Why would you want to go to the grocery store? It's an absolute mess, okay? You got enough stress in your life. Don't give yourself another headache. Start using Instacart today and make things a little easier on yourself. The best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you got to do is spend $10 and Instacart will deliver whatever you're looking for. Absolutely free, baby. No delivery fee. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this show description. Start using Instacart today. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Schemin' and Dreamin' or Quested, the Dungeons and Dragons podcast that we produce right here, you can email snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Because the thing is, podcast advertising is so beneficial. It's different from the traditional media. You know, you're watching TV and they cut to a commercial, whatever. The ads are all host-read. It's very effective. This is why these large companies like McDonald's and State Farm, Tropicana, whatever, they're all moving into podcasting, and it's cool to see them drift away from traditional media into something cool like podcasting. The problem is it doesn't leave really any room for smaller local businesses to get in on the action, to reap the benefits that come with advertising on a podcast, because it is so different from traditional media. So if you want to get in on the action, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Hit us up again at snackspotsports@gmail.com. I was going to, let's start the show. Here we
right.
Perfectly timed.
Hey, we just got here. What's happening?
Yeah. We pretty much did a full podcast before Matthew got here.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on, fellas.
We felt your vibe from afar.
Hey, I was coming as fast as I could, you know.
Yeah, amen, brother.
Got a ticket.
Story of my life.
Tuesday, my guys. It's a regular Tuesday.
You're preaching to the choir here.
I had an accident.
My girlfriend's watching at home like, yeah.
That sounds like a Tuesday. Yep.
I wanted to sit in that for a second.
Yeah, everyone's thinking,
we're all
how
just
long
thinking
do
about,
I
exactly. Like how quickly we go.
That is, that's all I had for this entire episode.
Yep.
Well, you bring a lot to the table. Yeah, look, it varies on the situation.
It does.
You know,
it does.
Sometimes you're really feeling it, and then sometimes it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Jason Bourne. 3 hours is too long.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, 3 hours could be too long.
Just the friction from 3 hours.
That's
That's a logistical nightmare.
That's the thing they don't tell you in
no, they don't.
Health class or whatever. It's like, look, sometimes less is more.
Yeah, they joke about it like falling off if you mishandle the tools you're given.
All right.
We were talking about having a bowl of fruit snacks.
Yes. Yeah.
before the show. We just thought it'd be a
Oh,
good
sure.
idea.
Well, it's
We were
protein.
actually talking about
fruit snacks. That'll
John
make
Wayne
you go for
Gacy
3
before
hours.
the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
John
too.
Wayne Gacy versus It the Clown, which would be a good Who Would Win of the Week.
33 and counting.
Those are some serious numbers.
Yeah.
Who's got the most?
John
for
Wayne
serial
Gacy.
killers?
He's got 33.
He's got 33.
33 plus.
Yeah.
Plus, as in.
Yeah, 33 confirmed.
33
yeah,
confirmed.
30, and then he calls
Could've been
somebody
more.
on his
Could've
birthday.
been more
every
left
year.
out.
Andrew,
the
since
field.
you said the thing about the expo or whatever, I'm just imagining like it and John Wayne Gacy at some
They
fucking
rented out,
corporate
yeah.
corporate event where they like make you stand up and like do jumping jacks while they're doing the thing, and they're like, "Come on, everybody, get off! You want to own your industry or what?"
And it's just the two of them. They rented out the entire Hilton Inn.
Tony Robbins is there, like,
Oh my God!
"You guys can be better."
Did that guy have some kind of scandal? Didn't Tony Robbins get into some kind of trouble?
I don't know.
But he's a big. When was he like super popular? 2000s, 90s?
You want to hear a theory I heard today?
About
Oh,
Tony
God.
Robbins?
No.
Just in general?
Segue.
Get us off of this.
Segue.
I had somebody tell me today that there's a conspiracy theory that they like to preach to other people, but they don't actually believe in themselves, but that Finland is completely made up. Have you ever heard this?
No.
I'm
You
sold.
Need to,
I'm
you
sold.
need to take a deep dive.
I never believed it in the first place, you fucking sheep.
Okay, but like, have you actually ever been?
No.
So
No.
that's like, I don't listen. These are loose details. I haven't been able to do enough research on this myself, but I wanted to bring it to light to see what other people had to say about
It's
it.
not on any maps.
No.
What?
That's dumb. That's dumb. What you're saying is dumb. You need to listen. All right.
Listen to this
We're
guy.
talking about-
Finland's not real, you
We're talking about
fucking
Finland
idiot.
not being real. So people say
Yeah.
that Finland is a made-up place,
Mhm.
and it was created because there's some agreement between like the Chinese government and the Russian government that has to do with like the water that Finland is in. And so they say that they made up Finland as a fake place so that people assume that there's like a country there. And people believe that they're in Finland, but they're actually just in like the surrounding areas of like other places that, you know, are near
Interesting.
Finland. And like so
Because that whole area does kind of blend together.
well,
Like the
Like that
Dutch.
Scandinavian
Yeah, exactly.
Region.
They all kind
yeah.
of go. Didn't you play a hockey team from Finland one time?
yeah, but who knows? But that's so
Or
No,
did you
those
play
guys-
the Russians?
well, no. So, but could they have been from like? Well,
The thing is, they all looked the same.
yeah.
Because people in Finland, there's not a lot of folks. So it's a lot of inbreeding. Not a lot of shirts in Finland.
Well,
Yeah, those people just don't wear
They
shirts.
just don't wear shirts, man.
They just don't have shirts.
And they're sharpening their
I had a
teeth.
Finnish roommate.
Did you?
He wore a
You
shirt.
think it was
sometimes.
KGB?
No. Well,
You think
I don't
it
know
was
where he's really
CCP?
from. Now we can't be certain now
Well.
that he was from Finland until I get to the bottom of it, because that's what I said. Well,
Did
what do
he
you mean?
look like his parents were siblings? Then he was
Him?
probably from Finland.
Did anybody
He looked
mysteriously fall from a very high height around you?
Yeah, you know the
That
Finns.
time?
You can't trust
There
a
are no
Finnish guy
deaths.
near a cliff,
No.
as the old saying goes. Finns have been known to push people off of high shit.
Is that made up?
What
No,
the
that's
fuck
a-
is
that's like a-
happening right
That's like
now?
a real.
I don't know. We're talking about Finland
That's
not
like
being
an
real,
old-
so maybe a lot of this is made up.
That's like
Finland-
1920s racism.
It's like in the
Like,
interview,
oh.
you go there and they had like the fake grocery stores.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
oh,
what
like in
Finland's like.
the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yep.
Cody said.
Yeah. Well, shit.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen. But yeah, that's like the old, like, oh, he's got a mustache. He must be a dirty Irishman. Like that kind of like Ellis Island racism.
Yeah. Well, you know what Matt Damon said. All the world's a stage. You know.
Is that in his Bitcoin commercial?
No, that was Shakespeare, but
He got you though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I would definitely believe Matt Damon.
Matt Damon just plugging
Which,
Bitcoin hard as fuck.
It was Shakespeare who said, "How do you like them apples?" God damn, that movie does. That movie does rule.
Do you love that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on a big like '90s kick recently. As far as I don't know, it was just different. It's a weird time in the culture, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird.
Weird pants.
Weird pants.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Weird everything.
All of it was weird.
Small shirts. That was the
Small
other thing
shirt.
too. They wore
Small
small
shirts.
shirts.
Big pants, small shirts.
Yeah.
That's the tagline for the 90s.
Was not a look.
Big pants,
Big
small
pants, small
shirts.
Oh, we must be. Yep. Because if you time travel and you didn't know where you were, you see a guy in Genkos and like a real tight Nirvana
Yeah.
fucking thing.
And
I
then
feel like I
it's
feel like Janko
1994.
jeans were like in the early 2000s though.
Yeah. And then you go back far enough, and it's small pants, big shirts.
Small
You know, like
pants,
King
big
Henry
shirts.
VIII. I've definitely seen a painting of him in leggings and then like a fucking bell-bottom blouse or
Right.
some shit.
And
Puffy
those big ass
shirts.
collars. What were those for?
Yeah, and jackets too, like large jackets,
Oh, sure.
royalty jackets.
Right.
Royalty
Feathers.
jackets.
I still have one.
Feathers.
A royalty jacket.
Yep.
I wonder if it's just because like everybody else was so poor that like it wasn't necessarily that you had the nicest clothes. It was just about how many clothes you could put
I
on
do
at one
think
time.
that-
You're
I-
like, whoa.
I do think that's a thing.
That made
like,
my
Like
Yeah,
how
that guy- that
how
guy's got
large
a
could
lot
the
of
clothes be?
jackets.
Because then obviously you have money to have more
yeah,
fabric.
more
That guy's got like
Yeah.
6
Facts,
jackets
dude.
on.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, so
Look
true,
at
because they
him.
would wear the things that drag behind them. Not practical.
Yeah.
But
No.
flex, big flex.
Big flex.
That was
yeah,
like
yeah.
a Bugatti.
Fabric is currency, boys. Everybody knows it. I've been
Yeah,
saying it for
dude.
years.
Yeah.
Get your fabric up.
Get your fabric up. Keep those fabrics up, fellas.
Are we live?
Not like live, but the show. Like this
Oh,
is
like
part
it's
of the
on. It's
show.
videotaping.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
we transitioned so smoothly.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah.
I'm glad. I
No.
wasn't worried.
You
Now
gotta,
I'm
like jump right
now
into
I'm extremely anxious.
Yeah.
I don't
deep
even
breaths.
know you guys. I just walked in, just got here.
Well, you're doing pretty
it.
well.
Third time on the show.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how Kody was talking about making burgers and didn't put the egg in the meat? So the-
Okay,
Yeah, is
no,
that
it was, no, that wasn't the problem. You put the egg in the meat, and I understand that. But every time I go to press it, it ends up splitting into like 3 portions. So there's not like a solid burger there, and I can enjoy one. I just can't make them properly.
Maybe you're supposed to put breadcrumbs in it too, like a little bit of breadcrumbs. in
Cheese,
it.
a hamburger?
like a smash burger. Like if you're gonna smash it,
yes.
because that's what we were
Smash.
just watching out there.
Oh,
Yeah, we were
I
watching
can make you a
burgers
smash burger.
get smashed.
Burgers get
I'm
Smashed.
so hungry. I want a smash burger.
Yo.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah. When I was watching this shit before we got on, I thought the same thing. I'm like, what are you guys trying to do here, dude?
Yeah.
It's Something's Burning, man. It's Bert's like cooking show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I love that stuff.
So
We
it's
uh,
okay.
oh come on. It's
They
the
had
best.
Wheeler Walker Jr. on it. That's funny to me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys know that guy Wheeler Walker Jr.
No.
It's like a country.
He sings that song. It's like,
Dirt
drop
road.
'em out. Let me see them titties. Want to take it on. Look at them big on me. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's like, that is like a character, I guess.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's some like comedian, but I guess he's like super method about being this country guy. So when he like, cause I've listened to him on like podcasts and stuff, and he'll show up and he like won't answer to his real name. He'll like only answer to Walker and stuff, which, I mean, Wheeler Walker Jr. is super funny, so that's cool. But you know, you do
At what
some
point
stuff
do you
like
take
that.
a character
when
too
is
far?
that? When is that kind of being a dick?
That's like,
just the method acting.
what's his name? You would know the guy, Andy.
Sandberg?
No, but yes. I mean, he's great.
Milanakis.
Is it Kaufman? Andy
Oh
Kaufman?
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Didn't he do that too? Didn't he like wrestle women?
Yeah, that was like his big
like his
big
thing.
bit. Yeah, that was his thing.
Would
He
not
would,
fly today, man. Would not fly.
It was
No.
a bit where he would call.
He would
women
call
up on
women out
stage.
in a like a wrestling ring and be like, "No one can fucking beat me. Get up here and wrestle me."
And then I think he would get his ass beat.
Yeah, and they'd all boo him, and he'd
Yeah.
be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. No, that guy. Did you ever see the?
What a shtick.
Because they made a movie about him.
I
with
think
Jim
I watched the
Carrey.
doc. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that documentary.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Jim Carrey is he's a little out there now too, and I don't know how much of it is
Oh yeah.
real or if he's just
Dude.
got so famous
Yeah.
that that's what happens. It's hard
That-
to tell when you get to that level.
That video of him that went viral recently with him and 50 Cent. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my God. It's his birthday and he's on stage with 50 Cent and he's like It's the I can't do it justice verbally, but it's hysterical.
Yeah, when I saw Jim Carrey at that one New York fashion show, and the fucking interviewer was like, "Oh my God, Jim Carrey's here. What are you doing?" And he was like, "Well, I just wanted to come to the most shallow, empty, superficial event I could find, so I wound up here." And I was like, "All right, that guy's been doing a lot of shrooms or something, dude."
For sure.
Oh yeah,
He's painting and doing shrooms, which good
his
for him. God
paintings
bless
are
him.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like he's pretty solid at it. But that's the thing is like, yeah, you're saying that to this lady, but you're still there.
You're there
Like
on
you
camera.
are
Yeah.
still
What are you
showing
doing?
up to
Yeah.
this. Thing.
What are you
Yeah.
doing? Why aren't you home taking shrooms and painting?
Yeah, man.
Go find yourself, Jim. Go find it. If you're listening to us right now, Jim, we hope you find yourself.
Also, if you're listening, come on the podcast. These
Yeah, you
guys
can
are
come by.
great. Yeah.
It's a lot
Love
of
Dead
fun.
Young. They'll get you shrooms.
That's
Nah,
what I heard.
I don't know. Will you?
I don't know. I've never tried mushrooms before, but I'd give it a shot. I'd do that
could-
before acid, which I've never done either.
He
Yeah.
could bring his own if he wanted to. I wouldn't tell him not to.
Yeah. Acid
Yeah.
scares me. Acid scares me. I have done shrooms before, though.
Okay.
And I highly recommend it. It's a lovely experience.
Shrooms also they don't last an insanely long time the way
Yeah,
acid
like
does,
3
right?
to,
I've definitely
3 to 6
smoked
years.
weed.
Hell yeah, brother.
My favorite time.
Plead the fifth on anything other than that. I ain't diving into that hole, not today.
Yeah, I heard acid lasts for a long time though. Shrooms last for like 4 to 6 hours though,
Yeah,
depending.
perfect.
But yeah, I heard it's like 10 hours, 12 hours.
That's
Well,
all
well,
I've heard people like.
Acid's kind of the same thing, though. It's depending. It depends how much you take.
Sure.
I mean, if you do 1 tab, it's going to be a totally different trip compared to doing like 4 tabs.
That's the thing that I don't. That's the thing that I don't trust about drugs. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there is like,
Potency.
yeah, like who is whipping up these
Tabs.
tabs as we
Right.
refer
That's
to
why
them
you
as?
just trust weed, because like it doesn't. I don't believe, because you get to a certain point where like you're stoned.
I don't know,
and it doesn't increase. You just like accept it more. And you're just like,
This weed nowadays though is like radioactive.
Yeah, but that doesn't
radioactive.
count. We're not.
I
talking
went to
about
Jamaica and smoked Jamaican weed for a week. And I came back and hit 1 bowl of the weed around here, and I had a fucking panic attack. I was so high, dude. And I was like, I smoked all day, every day in Jamaica for the whole week. Every day. Morning, before lunch, after lunch, in the beach, in the ocean, up and down. I came back and hit 1 puff of that fucking New York weed, and I was like,
That's interesting.
That's what PFT commenter says. You know who that is?
mm-mm.
He's a guy.
He's a Barstool guy, right?
Yeah, he's on the Part of My Take podcast, and he says all the time that he wants to bring back like late
Old man
90s,
weeds.
like shitty
Yeah.
weed. He
Yeah.
wants to start a company called Bad Weed
Oh.
and sell like super mid weed. Like that's his
Yeah.
whole business plan.
Well,
Fuck yeah.
there is a company called Dadgrass, and that's exactly what it is.
dude, I would buy that.
It's like lower
shit.
potency weed.
Yeah, dude. It's
I
like
pretty much only take the Delta 8 gummies now because it's
Okay.
like less potent.
I smoked
I
that-
still get super high.
I
on
smoked
it,
that
but-
for the first time when I was just in Florida recently, and it was like an awesome type of feeling. Like,
yeah. it's cool.
no, none of the anxiousness and that paranoia that kind of creeps in sometimes. Just like,
I will say I've only had it in edibles. I pretty much only like take edibles now. And there's that bit. The 3Chi is like the huge company that has the Delta 8 gummies that like rolled them out, and it's pretty good. But you do like sometimes I would take too much and like
just get greened
go
out.
just kind of crazy. But there's this company. There's a local company called Bison Botanicals, and
Great branding.
it's so good. Like it's exactly what you said. Like you just get all the light funness and stuff, and none of the like you don't have to worry about
none of the
anything
what
else.
am I doing with my life stuff. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
that, or am I having a heart attack right now?
Yeah, some
Kind of like that.
I know. I when
Kind of
I
enjoy it.
smoked a lot of weed, I really liked that feeling as well.
What?
Yeah.
The am I
Just
having a
the-
heart attack?
You
feeling?
guys are-
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are
What the fuck is
Well,
wrong
so
with
crazy.
you?
Yeah, you
guys?
guys are all crazy.
So
people.
here's
Yeah.
my deal though, because a lot of time for me, I'm like sitting on my porch, and I live in downtown Niagara Falls, and like we're talking like the hood, and it is just so entertaining. I mean, there's like stray bullets flying and stuff, and just watching the people of Niagara Falls just walk by while I'm sitting there smoking the highest of grades of weeds that New York has. to
Catch
offer.
me Never.
I'm sitting here like I had a guy walk up to me one time. This is a true story. Like a couple of months ago. It's like probably 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'm sitting on my porch. I'm just about to light up, and this guy walks by. Mind you, there's an empty lot between my house and my neighbor's house, and like our neighbor's siding looks melted. So there used to be a house there, and it burnt down. And this guy just comes up out of nowhere, and he was just like, guys, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to sell you nothing. I'm not trying to buy nothing. I'm not asking for a handout. I just want to tell you a story. And I was just like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd love to hear this story.
This went from smoking weed in the hood to like a quest.
Well, yeah, because I was just like,
Are you telling us the story of Alice in Wonderland? Is that
close? It's very close to that. So it's not like that at all. But so this guy basically came up to me and an adjacent friend and relative. He recently just got married. He's the drummer of Brookhaven, Ryan. And
Cody's
so,
Your brother?
Cody's brother.
Yeah, he's my brother.
A mutual friend who we both know.
And I also said relative.
A fellow musician. And
He exists near me a lot. We live in the same building. Anyways, this guy basically just said how he's like, I grew up in the Falls and I've always wanted to see the city become great. And so he's like, I was walking down the alley behind here, and he's like, I saw this guy taking advantage of this lady, and he's like, and I don't stand for that shit. So I went in there, ripped her, like him off of her, threw her outside, beat the Christ out of him, and set the house on fire. And that's the reason it burnt down. And he apologized if our house had gotten any damage or anything. And like, he totally confessed to me this whole thing. And by the time I went to I was like, I don't even know like if I can call this in. I'm like, I by the time they get
is there
here,
a statute of limitations on arson?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't know this guy's name.
He could have been lying.
You know what?
He was wearing like a hood with like a hat, and so
Okay,
like
so he's got
so
the uniform.
So you
Yeah.
couldn't see
He had his arson
You couldn't-
uniform on. Yeah.
And it was like
You
10
know-
o'clock at night, so I didn't get a good look at this guy. What was I going to call? It'd be like, hey, he's walking that way.
Yeah.
Maybe it isn't
shit,
so
go get
scary
him.
down there because they got their own Batman.
yeah.
It's
You
that
got
guy.
someone going around.
It's that
Nobody's
guy.
going to take advantage of women.
Dude, he
Nobody
talked
is
like
gonna-
that, too.
Well, he
was
doesn't
like,
stand for
He's
it.
like,
Yeah.
I set the house on fire.
Right when you said an alleyway, I was like, this does kind of sound like Batman a little
Yeah,
bit. You know,
except
a
for
very
like he was
formative
saving somebody
experience.
and his parents
That
weren't
took-
dying.
Yeah, that took
Yeah.
at least 3 turns that I didn't think it was going to take.
For
it
sure.
kept coming
Yeah,
back.
I
and forth.
I honestly thought he was gonna like do some kind of show, like start singing for you. Or
That's what
something.
I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Because I really thought he was
Like,
gonna,
let me just tell you a story. Boom, 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 boom.
like
just
yeah,
goes.
yeah. Like when he started off the whole story, like, and he was like, I'm not trying to sell anything, I'm not asking for a handout. I was like, all right, whatever this guy has to say better be fucking interesting. And it was.
Yeah.
I mean, and afterwards me and Ryan just kind of looked at each other and we were just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go in for the night. And,
You just gotta sit on
yeah, I
that. Go
think
to
I'm-
sleep on
I
that.
think I'm gonna go to bed. Man,
I would have
was-
been worried that he was gonna come back and burn down my house.
We have
Just-
like these mosquito repelling torches in like little containers along
okay.
our porch, and we brought those inside.
That night
Just not leaving him any
So it's
opportunity.
just like, oh
Yeah.
man, he knows he could. He'll set this place on
Yeah.
fire.
we don't want to tempt him like that.
Yeah.
You better be
Yeah.
holding
Right
the
in
door
front of
for
him.
your girl when you go to your car and fucking, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed like a very nice guy.
Because he doesn't.
I'm
stand
sure
for
he
it.
had really good intentions
Yeah,
behind
I'm
the whole
sure.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a good,
Arson.
you know, I'm
He-
surprised
he
I didn't hear
did
about
save
him in philosophy
somebody.
class.
But because what happened was it was like one of those abandoned houses in the falls.
Here's a
So
question.
It was all boarded up for the most part.
So the burning it down didn't.
This
Yeah.
might be
No,
going
see,
too
that-
far.
that-
but
that
if
feels
he
like it
beat
was
the
just
crap
for
out of
him.
the guy and then he burnt the house down, do we know that the guy
made it
made
out.
it out of the house?
We don't know.
Okay.
And we
And
never
we won't
will.
worry about
Was
it.
it
and
his
I didn't-
house? You're
and I
saying
didn't-
it's an abandoned house.
I
It seems
had-
like he
I
just
had,
beat
like-
the shit out of the guy and was like, well, while I'm here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I had like
I did the right thing. I deserve a treat.
like,
well, I
this
had
all
like
evens out.
10 things that went through my head. Like I had like 10 questions I wanted to ask this guy, but when he was done telling the story, he just kind of was just like, all right, you fellas have a great night now, and God bless you. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
He just fainted back into the shadows.
Yeah.
Are you sure that guy was
disappeared.
actually there?
I'm not, now that you bring that
You were
up.
probably smoking that Niagara Falls weed Chris is talking about. Yeah.
Dude, I
That
the
Uptown
ghost of
funk you up. That's
chivalry.
what.
funk you up.
Cody ran into the fucking ghost of chivalry's past.
Dude, for real, I was just like, that was one of those, am I having a heart attack right now? Is this
Ghost
guy
of
confessing this to me as I die? Like, is that why?
This is the last thing you see.
Like a moment like that sounds like one of my worst fears. Like I would never want that.
You're setting the bar real low. For
I would
one of
just
your
never
worst
want to be
fears.
approached though. If I were
Okay,
that
so
high.
No,
here,
not
I
like-
got a story that'll top that if you want fears, because
Well,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Let's do it.
because I work in Buffalo, and at the corner of the streets that my job is on, there's panhandlers every morning. They're always out there. Specifically, there's this guy who rolls around in a wheelchair. He's got one leg, and when I first started there, I was just like, oh, I kind of feel bad for this guy, but I'm low on cash, so like I'm just gonna kind of ignore and drive.
don't make eye contact.
But so this same guy has definitely like beat the shit out of Ryan's car on the way into work because we were ignoring him and wouldn't give him money. He was looking at the finish and started punching it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
The one day
So he's just running into it.
because
he's probably got a
so
chip
where the
reader.
intersection is, there's like a bridge, and you're coming down, and it's right at the bottom of the bridge when I'm going into work. And the one day I come over the thing, and I see this guy. He's on top of the wheelchair on one leg with a big like trash can. It's like throwing garbage all over the place at people's cars. And it was just like it was something out of like a post-apocalyptic movie I felt like I was watching. And so I have this rule: if it's red, it's okay. They'll ticket me when I'm dead, so I just drive through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like don't care to sit there because it's him and like a couple other guys that are always there, and I feel like they filter out if they come up and they see somebody else's work in the corner. They're like, yeah, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they find a different corner, but that's definitely a high traffic spot, so I see why they fight for it.
There's some corners in the city that are highly competitive. Like
Yeah.
there's one right by my house that it's like there was like a 2-month stretch where it was always the same guy, and since then it's been hit or miss, like this guy or this woman. I have so many theories about stuff like that, but like I would love
They're
to
all
know.
from Finland.
They're all from Finland. I would love to know
Nobody
like,
acts
how
like
much
that.
money that one of them actually makes. Because the one dude that I see there all the time, like, I don't think he's actually homeless.
Yeah,
Like he looks
I feel
like
you.
he wears different pairs
Yeah,
of
he's
shoes.
got a suit.
Like he's not like he's not
Yeah.
he got a little bit of like he
Gel
could
in his
definitely use
He looks
like a
rustic.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Rustic.
It's not straight out of the box or anything, but he has like several pairs of shoes that I'll see him wear, and I'm like, this seems like you might not be doing so
Homeless
bad.
people
like,
can't have that many
Right.
shoes.
Yeah.
You
That's
have you
just
clearly
another-
have
There
a
is-
closet
there
where
is-
your other shoes.
There is one homeless guy that I see frequently downtown, like right downtown by like the arena and the baseball stadium. And he is always in the same spot when I see him.
Like right when you get off, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we see him when we go to gigs.
And
he's always out there.
well, is it the dude? Have you ever seen him get on his knees in the middle of the street?
No.
I've
So
seen
this
that.
is like this dude's forte. The first time it happened to me, I like was very startled. I was like, I'm getting out of here. And I did the same thing. I just like made sure I was clear. It was like 12:30 at night. I was coming home from the hockey rink, and lights red. I'm the only car on the road because it's a Sunday night, and I see this dude. He's got no shirt on, and I can kind of see him like going like this to me, and I'm doing that same thing. I'm like, and he's kind of like, I don't know, let's say 20 feet away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and every once in a while I will, make a charitable contribution to somebody of that nature, but I don't always it depends on the situation, right? Like I don't really I didn't enjoy that situation. It wasn't a great spot to be in. Next thing you know, he like can obviously tell I'm trying not to look at him because there's nothing else to look at. He's the only person
You're like, my
around.
field of view is actually just 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Right in front of me.
And he comes running up to my car like this, and he's on like his knees in the middle of the road, going like this to my car, like screaming. I don't know what he's saying, just shouting, like praying hands on his knees. And I'm just like, you gotta just take a step back a little bit, my guy. Like, you're coming on just a little bit too desperate.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're upplaying this too
that
much.
guy's got a Dropbox and a chip reader behind.
Yeah.
And a laptop with a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Just
so
Venmo
I'm
me.
like, and this is the first time I've ever seen him. So I'm like, dude, this guy's obviously tweaking or something. Like, I'm getting out of here. Boom, gone. Like, next week, I'm going the opposite direction now. Like, I'm on my way to the rink. It's probably 9:30 on a Sunday this time. And there's a car stopped exactly where my car was. And this dude is in the middle of the road, all fours, like praying at this car.
So
and
you're
it's
not
two,
special.
It's
Yeah.
two women like in this car, and they're like, and their light's red because I was turning left, so mine's green. And they're like, what do we do? And I wanted to just be like, fucking just go. Just get out of here.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know who this dude is, but he is wreaking havoc. And I've seen him at least 3 times since then. If not on his knees, then like screaming at somebody.
Can I just make it very clear how white we are? Because this whole conversation started from talking about like our biggest fears. And we're just like, man, when a homeless person's by your car, oh Jesus Christ!
One time,
like
I
you
gave
guys
a
don't
ride.
fear drowning,
And who
burning
started
to
that?
death.
Who started that? No, I didn't say that was.
I'm gonna circle back real quick because we were talking about hitchhiking
Yeah,
earlier.
Andrew's not white. Andrew's pink.
We were talking about hitchhiking earlier,
No,
and that makes me circle back to this one time I gave a ride home to a guy I met at the Niagara Falls State Park, and he had just gotten out of prison, and so he was like asking for like change and stuff around, and he was told me this whole story. He was like, I just got released. I did like 40 years. He was an older gentleman, and so he was just like, I was like, here's $3. That's all I got on me right now. I have card otherwise, but I was like, here's $3. I hope you get on your feet.
You fucking asshole.
and then he was like,
buy one Doritos Locos taco and turn your life around.
well, that's what I had.
Now you go put that in the S&P,
Well,
okay,
then
brother?
it's like-
Be smart with it.
In
like-
60 years, when you're dead, you're going to be able to buy 10 nuggets.
He basically was like, you know what? He was like, you know what would really help me out? And I was like, what's that? He was like, if you'd give me a ride. And I was just like, it's like, you know what? This guy seems pretty like truthful. I think prison for 40 years really did this guy good. I was like, you know what? Sure thing, bud. Come on, let's go. And so I did. I gave him a ride. I wasn't by myself either.
Thank God.
I had a couple other people with me too, and he sat like between
I thought he was
them in the
gonna
back
kill your
seat.
ass. I thought he was gonna kill your ass for the whole "here's $3, go get your life together" thing.
Oh, yeah. At that point, you're asking
well,
for it.
then he was just like, yeah, no, and just so he's like, take a left, take a right, yeah, and just go straight a couple blocks and then take another left, and then so I like drop him off like some random street in Niagara Falls where, again, a lot of boarded up windows, and I was just like, I just took this guy to do drugs. I was like, there's
for sure.
nothing
You're a
else.
facilitator.
$3
You're an
worth of
enabler.
drugs.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, $3 worth of drugs. Well, I mean, I only contributed $3, so perhaps
That was the $3 he needed to get him to where he needed to be.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
was sitting there.
asked
He's
for
like,
a
I need
ride.
$1, and this sucker gave me $2 extra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
already
that's
got a head start on tomorrow, baby.
We, you're talking about a guy who went to prison. This reminds me of a story that Chad would know, because me and Chad both met this guy down in Lewiston on the river. We're down there fishing, and he's one of these old cats that's just around there, thinks he owns the spot, like if you even look like you don't know what you're doing at anything, he's just going to come over there and just let you know, like, you got no idea what you're fucking doing. What are you doing here? Anyway, so he comes up to us and is like, he's trying to help us, me and Chad, while we're fishing there, and like, we appreciate it, but we didn't ask for help. We've already caught a few fish. Like, we're doing okay. We're good. Thank you, though. Man. But he's not going away. So we're kind of getting annoyed, and we're like not liking this guy. By the way, this guy's name is Stick. Okay.
Stick.
Singular.
I shouldn't say that. I'm saying this out in public. Stick, if you're watching this, you're a great guy.
I would assume Stick isn't his. I would assume that's a
No,
nickname.
that's his Christian name, son.
So anyway, we're like, oh man, we just want to get the fuck away from this guy. So anyway, he's just talking to us, talking about how he's living up in Alaska. He lives in Alaska, for most of the year, and just comes here to fish during the certain months, and then goes back up to Alaska. And somehow or another, the conversation gets to him going to prison, for however many years, and this guy killed a guy and admitted it to me and Chad. And he lives in Alaska. And right when he said that, we changed the attitude. We weren't like, get
What's
the
up,
fuck.
buddy?
Yeah, now, and I shit you not, we would go down there, dude, for the weeks after that, and Stick would be down there, and we'd be like, what's up, Stick, my boy? Dude, you want to come help me reel my, wind my line or whatever?
Yo, you can hear him. Dude, you just fish for me.
Yeah, I
I'll
was just like,
watch.
dude, I'm down there alone with this guy sometimes. Me and him in the fucking Niagara River.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
his spot
You're lucky
to
it
be.
wasn't finished. Did he kill someone with a stick? Is that how he got that name?
That would actually be pretty fucking dope. But
Why
if
did they
I'm
call you
dead
a
in
stick?
a,
What
if
a
I'm
They
They
dead
stabbed
in
a
a,
guy with a stick.
if I'm dead in a week, submit this podcast to the police.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was Stick. We already got a beat on him. Put an APB out for Stick.
Yeah. All right. But right when he said we was living in Alaska, I should have kind of figured. I heard a comedian say once, like, Alaska is just for people that did shit.
I remember
That's
when that Alaskan Wilderness People show was on. There was a guy whose name was Bear, and
Maybe it's an Alaska thing.
it's well, when you said Alaska, I was like, oh, he is probably from Alaska. And
Yeah,
then his
he got
first
that
is
name up
definitely
there,
Stick. Yeah, you earn your Alaskan name up here, boy. But there was this guy, and his name was Bear, I think, and they would like go fishing. He would get a fish out of the water, and then he would like unhook it, put it on a rock, and he would punch it in the head.
Nice.
And that's like, that was his whole thing. And he also, so they have like ATVs and stuff to drive him from their house to the water. He'd just run. He'd just like, all right, I guess we're packing up. And he would just sprint into the woods.
That's pretty badass.
He was a weird, he seemed like a weird guy.
I thought you were going to say he was like knee deep in that river and the salmon jumps out and he's just like,
Catching it with his
I can grab it with his mouth.
With his sharpened teeth.
That's why they call him Bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely tried that before. All these incest jokes that we, from before we started recording.
Yeah, dude.
Those people don't wear shirts.
Oh,
I-
wait. I got to go back to Stick real quick. So he killed a guy, right? Whatever.
Classic
We
Stick.
see him, and I'm telling you, we go there, once a week. We see him every week. Every week we're seeing Stick going, what's up, Stick? What's up, Stick? What's up, Stick? One of the days there's some kids up on the edge, just being little hooligans, kicking, throwing rocks down.
Oh.
Bro, Stick got so mad. So mad. I was like, this guy's going to kill these fucking kids, dude. Like,
Did he let him have it?
he called the police, and I was like,
All right.
you've changed.
Yeah.
Mister.
Yeah.
You solved problems a certain way not so long ago, but now you call the police.
I found 3 bodies by the Niagara River. Come pick them up. That's the way Stick handles business. God, he should get his own like Equalizer show, but like nobody's on his side.
Yeah.
If he wrote a book, I'd read it.
Oh my
The Adventures of Stick.
Yeah.
If he did it like, I'd want the font though to be like his handwriting. Like, I want to see how Stick writes. Bunch of backward.
I was gonna
I
say
think he's never be able to read it.
we're giving him a lot of
Yeah.
credit.
For a man that was raised in Alaska and then went to prison for probably an extended amount of time.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
we could be wrong. He could be an English major. Maybe,
It's true. You can get a lot of writing.
We're
done
being
up in
pretty
Alaska.
judgmental.
No,
this
yeah,
episode,
we're
so-
Yeah, that's
No, you
Let's bring some positivity.
you called
into
this out in a place that didn't need to get taken.
Oh no, that was
made it.
that
No,
was fucking
no,
funny. That
you
was
made
so
a,
funny.
You made
that
a,
was good.
You
What,
made
what,
an
what?
assumption.
You
You
guys
made a
don't care
leap.
about drowning.
You made
One of
a
the
leap.
funniest things I've ever heard.
You said this. You said that's how that started. That's not really how that started.
Yeah.
You're the one who
I know. I
whose
did.
brain tied that together.
I'm just trying to It's for the laughs. Dude.
It's for the laughs, and it was worth it. Yeah.
No, it was bad.
We
That was good.
laughed.
We did laugh.
We laughed. We cried.
I'm not afraid of homeless people. Okay, let's
All right, the who would win? And who would win? Matt versus any homeless person.
My money's on the homeless
Gotta
person.
set the record straight.
yeah, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, I'm
Even
not
if they're
afraid.
wearing
I'm
a
just
shirt,
uncomfortable.
That doesn't bother me. They don't have to have
They
a
should
shirt
be
on.
afraid of me.
I don't-
That's the thing. They're more afraid of you than you are.
I don't care how
like
many pairs of
spiders.
shoes they have. I'm not afraid of them.
Yeah.
You said something about the shoes coming out of the box, and I thought it was like you were talking about the homeless person. Like he's not fresh out of the box, homeless. And I was like,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah, and I just laughed.
Oh, I still thought that.
But I imagine, like Buzz Lightyear's in the box lined up on the shelves, but it's just like homeless guys.
It's like the smoke tumbles out of the package box, and this guy just becomes homeless.
Like every
Like
grit
in
and
Santa
piece
Claus 2, it comes out the machine on the other side.
every smudge, every grain of
I
dirt
was
is
talking-
just particularly placed.
I'm talking about shoes.
Yeah, I got that shortly after.
Andrew, I was talking about shoes.
Okay,
'Cause he
I
had
thought you were
multiple
talking
pairs.
about. I thought you were talking
I was
about
saying
people.
This
they
whole
weren't fresh out of the
conversation.
box.
We've been talking about shoes this
Yeah.
whole time.
This is like that one time at the show we just went to with Ryan when the dude came up and was like, "Hey, my name's Lewis. My light or he was like, "Hey, my light my light died. Can I get a lighter? My name's Lewis."
And I had one, so I was kind of like, yeah, sure.
They have this whole interaction, and then when he leaves, I go up to everybody and I go, "So did that guy's wife really die, or was that just like a pity thing to get a lighter?" And they're like, "What are you fucking talking about?" And I'm like, "That dude literally came up here and said, 'My wife died. Can I get a light? Her name was Lois.'" And they were like, "No, he didn't." So I was just kind of in my own little world there.
But no, I see exactly how that connection was made.
Well, and he said
Your
that,
eyes are glistening.
and he told me,
That's funny.
he told me like the story that the color green is like the symbol color for like help or something like that.
Yeah.
And so he's like, so when you handed me a green lighter, you were helping me. And that means something. And I was, we were all just.
Chris thought
kinda
shit
like,
was getting
what the
spiritual.
fuck?
Dude, I literally was like, "Good opener."
Hey guys, my wife just died.
Her name was
Lay it all out. Like
That-
He
this
told
is-
us her name,
that-
asshole.
yeah.
Really trying to get us to feel.
That
where
happened
I'm
to
coming
me.
from.
I have a story to tell, but I have to
Give us some
preface it
context.
real quick.
Yeah,
Andrew
It was
did-
15 minutes of preface
Did
first.
our parents tell you what happened over the weekend?
Over this past weekend?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
See, this is what makes me nervous about this story.
Okay, just tell it. just
About
tell it.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm
our
ready.
cats.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna cut in real quick. So our cat Seinfeld had to be put down. It was like our cat from growing up. It had to be put down.
No, this
week.
is a sad part of
Yeah, and oh fuck, am I ruining your story? Because I'm just telling.
kind of.
Spoiler alert.
We
the
probably
cat
have the
dies.
same story. Knowing
Oh
our
yeah,
parents.
probably. So I was I had to go pick up food with my dad at the Brickyard because we were having people over at their place, and it wasn't ready, so we were just kind of waiting in the front for a few minutes, just kind of sitting there. And he taps me. He goes, "Oh, did anybody tell you they had to put Seinfeld down?" I just started laughing. I was like, "No, nobody did." He's like, "Yeah, he had stomach cancer."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's how he broke. That's how he
That just
broke
so
the news.
casually,
Yeah,
like,
and he was
hey.
like, "What else am I supposed to say? Like, how else am I supposed to say it?"
Yeah.
We should just do that with
No.
people.
No, that's exact. That's I was at. There was a hot dog eating contest in Lewiston this weekend, and one of my good friends was partaking in it.
Ooh.
Chris
if you don't
McCune.
mind. Oh, really? How'd he do?
He did okay.
got
5 minutes.
second
He
place.
finished second place.
Chris. Good shit,
Yeah,
brother.
The winner did. It was 5 minutes only. The winner did 8 dogs in 5 minutes. This is amateur hot dog eating
I was
contest.
gonna say.
I
That's
can do way better than
no
I
with
could-
bun.
I
Yeah, with
Yeah,
bun.
that's a big filler.
with bun. No,
No.
I could. I know. I wish I could have been a part of that contest. I've
See,
been thinking
with
about that
bun-
all weekend.
I mean, we could
And
literally.
With bun.
We
I could
could
probably do 10.
literally in 5 minutes.
In
I don't
5
think
minutes,
I
I
could
could
do
probably
8
do 10.
in 5 minutes.
I could
Dude,
probably go
that's
to
more
12.
than one
Do you
a
get
minute.
like a glass of water?
Yeah.
Easy clap. 5 minutes.
No, dude,
Easy clap.
I feel like everybody thinks that until you
Nah,
watch it
yeah.
live. Like watching it
Bro,
live.
I
But
grew up
anyway.
eating hot dogs. I slam them down all day.
No, I could.
My whole life was just
Cody's
made for
so
that
unique.
moment.
He grew up
my
eating
blood.
hot
Yeah,
dogs.
I could
dude.
eat 10 hot dogs without a doubt. But in 5 minutes, no way. Back to what I was saying.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, sorry.
The same kind of similar situation happened to me. So the hot dog eating contest ends. All my friends are there because we're all watching it, right? And our families are there. And we're having a great time. The sun is a beautiful day on Saturday. It's like 85 degrees. We're having some beverages, sitting around this big table. And there's like 10 of us kind of all in the same conversation. Vibes are like everybody's having such a good time.
Yes.
It is so much fun. We're down here. We're enjoying our lives.
Right.
My dad goes, "Hey, Liz, did you ever tell Matthew about what happened?" My mom's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he's like, in front of everybody, "Oh, yeah, Seinfeld died." That's all he said.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, and everybody was like, and all my friends obviously know who Seinfeld is, so they're like, "What?
Yeah.
What?" Everybody was like,
What?
Bummed out. Yeah, he was a good cat. I do feel bad though because I honestly thought that story would get a laugh, and it just fell completely flat.
Well,
Who,
it's
your
sad.
Yeah, because it was
I was
just
gonna
so
tell it too.
abrupt. Yeah, I
It
know.
is sad. What's kind of giving me a little ray of light is very missed opportunity to say Seinfeld's canceled.
That is good.
You know, instead of it could have been way more cryptic, and it would have, you would have. It wouldn't have been as much of a brick wall. It would have kind of
Right.
been like a ball pit, like you fall in and you're like,
This ain't so bad.
oh.
"Well, I had to."
Oh, okay.
The story popped in my head, and then I specifically remember after that, one of the people that was there saying, "Yeah, I found out last night when I was at dinner with your parents, and they told me that like neither you or your brother knew." So when I was just about to tell that story, a thought popped in my mind, like, we hadn't talked about this yet. Yeah. There's a chance that you didn't know, and I was about to break
Oh
it
my
to you on the
God,
show.
that would have been
That would have been,
unreal.
that would have been wild.
That would have been sad.
You saw it here first, folks.
There
So-
is
I almost
yeah.
told Andrew about our cat's death.
Yeah, we're judging people. We're talking about cats dying. Anybody got any good news?
No.
Who did the fucking motorboat lifts? Was it you?
No, that was my bad.
You. Andrew goes.
Let's see what else.
See.
What's in the news? What's in the news today?
We could do the Who
hear
Minute of
about
the
this?
Week.
Did you see this?
Wait. Okay, let's go. What do you got?
No, I was just stalling, man.
Well, I was gonna say we have new music on Spotify.
Oh yeah, obviously,
Apple
we got to talk
Music.
about that.
You know, Apple Music and
And YouTube.
And YouTube.
And
platforms.
and probably Pandora and
various
like
platforms.
TikTok sound and you know
This is your first full album.
it is
Right?
it is the first full length.
Yep, we have no idea what the fuck we're doing. But
There's a
Well,
lot
you
of
know
fun.
exactly what you're doing.
it feels like it, and then you're like, oh. we
By
don't.
the end, we knew what we were doing, but by that point, it was already over.
Everything
So
was too late. All the regrets and everything. We're like, well, we'll learn in the next album.
Like,
But it's great. We're-
Remember the time
we're
we
happy.
were the first time because we were getting ready to start recording vocals, and we had just bought this like little vocal booth box, just a pop up. It sits on a stand.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And me and Chris, I had like a 2-hour frame where I was gonna come over and lay down everything for at least like scratch tracks for a song. And we ended up spending the entire
Just-
2
yeah,
hours
just
trying to figure
figuring
out
it
how to
out.
fucking put the
Get
thing
it
together. And by the end of it, I was just like, well,
Well,
I gotta get going.
good work
We'll
here
do this
today.
again next time. And that's, I guess, just part of the learning curve.
Yeah, I would
You
say
know?
so. Absolutely, man.
It was part of the learning curve.
That's just the
but-
way it goes.
A lot of DIY on the record.
A lot of DIY, but we're happy with it.
Yeah,
And we're ready to write another one.
yeah, we are ready.
Nice.
What are you waiting for? I don't understand.
Well, because we had a release party at Chris's house, and
We played Guitar Hero the whole fucking night.
I broke
Amazing,
on.
dude. It was fucking
I broke
great.
on Chris's computer, and because I yelled at him, he has secret songs that he hasn't been sharing.
You got secret songs?
And they're really fucking good, and he didn't say anything about them to me or anything. and I had to dig into
I
his
got grabbed.
personal.
You know, you're at the party talking to everybody. Somebody just goes, "You're in trouble," and I was like, "Well, shit."
They must
yeah,
have broken
they're like, Kody wants you in the studio. And he's just
goes in the back. You're just petting the cat.
Yeah.
Christopher.
You come to me on the day of your release party.
But yeah, man, you've got some great tracks. I've been waiting for that one you guys did with Preston for. It
Fight
feels
or
like
Flight.
forever.
I
Fight
know.
or Flight.
It's
Yeah.
an old song. It's like 2 years old.
Yeah,
We've
we
been
wrote that
playing
almost
it.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I had an idea, and then you had the bum 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 bum. We just mashed it to fucking together, and it came out awesome.
It's a great song. And shout out to Zinni, too, who's also on the
Yes.
album. I like that
Shout
guy.
out
He's got
Zinni.
something coming out.
Zinni
very
does
soon.
have
Yeah.
an album coming out September 9th.
Yeah, should look out for that. I mean,
Yes.
no
September 9th.
surprises there.
That's in 3
It's
days.
gonna be a banger
what's
after
today,
banger
6th?
after banger.
Math.
Yeah, that guy is good. I saw him because he was at the last time I saw you guys was when you guys were at Mohawk Place. This was like in the winter with Preston and Tokyo Monsters and Zinni, and I got to see a little bit of Zinni's set, and that guy has got a really unique sound.
He does.
Yeah.
And I got so much respect for him. This might sound a little pretentious, but he's like my little student almost, because he was in college in Seattle and he would come back and visit, and every time he'd come back and visit, I'd be like, bro, he always liked the idea of making music. So I was like, dude, I got Logic, I'll make a beat, like you do this, or I'll like write a guitar song and you could sing on it, whatever. And eventually he's like, all right, I'm getting a laptop, I'm getting GarageBand. Then he gets Logic, and then he starts he starts making his own beats, then he starts recording his own vocals, and then now he's got an album. And I'm like, wow, he doesn't have like a music background. He just picked it up in college because we were kind of just doing stuff together for fun. And now I listen to his music and I'm like, wow, dude, it's been like a year and a half, 2 years from you starting from nothing, no experience, never worked in a DAW, never played drums, never played an instrument, no
It's definitely been really cool to watch him grow.
facts.
He puts on a hell of a fucking show too.
Yeah, very good. He went to acting school, so he's very performative.
Oh, really?
Very performative.
Yeah, man. It's like you said. He hasn't been doing it for very long, but it's crazy because again, he's got a very defined sound.
He
Yeah.
does.
And it's super unique. It's awesome. I'm excited to hear his album.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I do
for it
have
to
some
come out.
songs on my phone right now from it that he sent me.
You know, it's crazy. I also
Do you got
have.
a couple too?
I also have one in particular
yeah.
that would be on my phone.
Anybody else got anything on their phone?
Mm-mm.
I got nothing.
Fuck.
Sorry, kid.
Looks like we'll have to wait.
Got to bring a little more to the table. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you got you said you got some regrets about the album looking back on it now, but at least you're like
A
ready
couple.
to keep moving forward.
Not big ones.
Sure.
Not big ones, at least not. Yeah, I don't think it's big ones. I got a couple ones. I listened to some of my solos, and I'm like, I should have retract that again before we sent it because
See, I think that sometimes too, but I think that's what makes it what it is because
right.
The whole base behind Brookhaven is like rock and roll needs to be kept alive, and we like a lot of different genres within rock music and metal music, so we kind of just make the music that makes us happy. And I was going somewhere with that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, man.
It's that goddamn New York weed.
It is that New York.
Cody lost his train of thought like there was a homeless person right there.
Dude, yeah.
On all fours.
We're in a safe space, Cody. It's okay.
I gotta go. They know too much. No,
Oh my god.
no, but see, so
We're keeping rock and roll alive. We're making the
You guys
music we
really
like
are.
to make. It's fun.
we're just doing our thing, and
We're
rock
just
and
doing our
so
thing.
that's what it was. Rock and roll is all about like if you listen to it, like those guys would go into a room, hit record, and that's what you got in those little imperfections.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm so anal about it where I listen and I'm like, fuck, it's frozen in time, so that little squeak is just there forever. I can't go and
Like,
squeak it.
One thing that I think about when I do hear stuff like that in our music is Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith.
Mhm.
The beginning of that, they wanted shakers, and they didn't have any maracas or anything, but they had sugar packets. So they shook sugar packets, and you know the thing where they like hit it and it goes like that cling, 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 cling. Well, if you listen, like the third or fourth time that they hit it, it breaks. but it sounded so cool on record that they just kind of kept it in.
Like,
and that's kind of what it's all about. Yeah. You know, the cool little imperfections within it, like
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be
Also,
super clean.
It's
you
so
know,
weird too,
but
because
also,
you have your own perspective about it. Like we were there for every moment. We wrote it. We listened to it a cajillion times before anybody else heard it. When everybody else hears it, they're like, "Dude, this sounds fucking amazing! Oh my god, this is awesome!" You know, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm just like too close to it to even be able to honestly assess it."
Yeah.
That's the way it always goes. But it's it's usually a good thing, I think, to be your toughest critic.
Right.
Your own toughest critic.
Definitely.
and it's also hard sometimes on the other side of it, because like we definitely had a couple takes where, like, I was like, "Yeah, no, that's pretty good," and then you'd kind of give me that look, like, let's just do like 2 more and make sure we have what we need. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's hit it like 10 more times. So we make sure we have what we
Hell
need.
yeah. Hell yeah. That's good though. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, while we're talking
Was
about
that
it,
Shakespeare too, or was that?
No,
It was.
that was Ice Cube.
Who's kind of modern Shakespeare, if you
Yeah.
think about it.
When you coming with us?
That was my impersonation of Jack Black doing.
Oh.
You just did your impersonation to tell us what you were doing an impersonation of. Are you kidding me?
Well, I keep seeing that
The
that
cojones on this guy.
I keep seeing that clip from School of Rock come up like on Twitter or TikTok. Like, I've been seeing it all over, and he does that when he's explaining like what he wants. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, you know.
I had no idea what you were talking about it, but when
No,
Kody
I
did
caught
it,
on.
I got it.
That's what I did.
Oh, I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
It's my favorite movie. We talked about it last
He did it
time.
better
It's my
than I
favorite
did.
movie.
I'm also not in a band.
Okay,
Okay.
but you gotta know. You gotta be up here.
Yeah, it's up here. It's up here.
God damn, that movie is a modern classic. We should do the Who Would Win of the Week.
Yeah, we have to.
Because
Bad.
unfortunately, I got to get out of here
Yeah.
very
Get me the
soon.
fuck out
So,
of here.
yeah, we'll let you go, Chris. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob versus Kim Possible from Kim Possible. Two, they're the
Powerful females.
powerful females.
Both very beautiful women.
Yep. Very beautiful woman. But neither are strangers to hand-to-hand combat. That's
No.
really where both
Is
of
this
them
fight
They
excel.
both
taking place
tussle.
on land or underwater?
I don't think it
Doesn't-
matters.
I don't
matter?
even think it matters.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, I
Sandy's
think
good
it
either.
would for Kim if it was underwater because she's
Oh,
probably not
facts.
used to the bubble.
Well, here's my thing. Kim definitely has tech.
yeah,
Like
true.
a suit.
She's
Yeah.
got
She
like
wouldn't
got
even
an
be
bubble gum.
phased by
underwater
it.
She's got
mech
bubble
suit.
gum that she can chew that makes her be able to breathe
Breathe
underwater.
underwater.
Like
Yeah,
road
exactly.
gills. Yeah, I've seen Harry Potter.
And is
Hell
the
yeah,
naked
dude.
mole
Gillyweed.
rat
Gilly.
in?
Rufus?
Yeah, is he in? Is he a companion?
I don't
Is he an
think so.
accessory?
Maybe if it
Him
was
and Ron
yeah.
Stoppable are up
Are
in the
up,
stands.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if
In
it
the
was Ron in
stands.
this fight, he could get a little tag team with Rufus. But
Okay.
Kim's on her own.
Okay.
The thing about if you just look at kind of the trajectory of both of these characters, the thing about Sandy Cheeks is she's from Texas and now she lives in the ocean. You can't move further away from that, but she did it for the love of science. She really went out on her own, took a risk,
Yeah.
believed in herself.
Facts.
Kim Possible, both her parents are rocket scientists.
Mhm.
She's just a rich kid.
Right, but have
She's a
you
little
ever
trust
seen a
fund
ginger
baby.
snap?
What the fuck is that from?
It's from the Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You two are just on the same wave over there.
I know what he's talking about. He said it right there twice.
Yeah, I mean, if we break it down, like obviously the gadgets are a huge part for both of them. They're both gonna have.
I was gonna
gadgets.
say
That's true.
because you talk about Kim having gadgets, but that Sandy Cheeks is an engineer. Like that's
Sandy
what she
built
does.
an underwater home.
Mhm.
She's not an aquatic animal.
Right.
She
She's
built
a
a
squirrel.
home. down there. So that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive. But technology aside, like if we're just talking physicality, Sandy's got it all day, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, did you see what she would have done to Pinhead Larry and Dirty Dan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She turned
can,
it- she turned
can
into the
Sandy go
fucking Hulk.
hibernation
That's
mode
true.
during this fight?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because that's canon.
I don't-
That's canon.
I know,
I don't think
but it's
so.
under very special
It is
circumstances,
under
and I
special
don't think that she even
circumstances.
she doesn't even necessarily need it though. I will say I feel like her karate style, her fighting style is a lot more aggressive, whereas Kim Possible, because she's a cheerleader, right? So it's
She's
a lot
very
of like
dodgy.
Maybe more
it's a lot of, like,
defense.
She's
flips and
very
stuff.
dodgy.
Yeah, probably more
Yep.
defense. You're right.
You're doing she's dodging. She's doing a lot of dodging.
And she probably does the cheer too, defense.
Oh yeah,
The
that's how she
clap.
starts every fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandy also has karate chopped a boulder in half, so with the foam glove on. So
Well, I do agree. I do agree that when Sandy gets a piece of Kim, it's
That's-
gonna hurt her.
Yeah, that's all she needs.
But at the same time, I do think that Kim has like a 96 rated elusiveness.
it really is a good matchup for the
Mhm.
fighting styles.
And also, as far as endurance goes, I think they've both got it pretty
Yeah.
good. Because Sandy Cheeks, again, like she's definitely trained her body
Well,
in
and
some
she
weird
runs
ways
on
to
her
live
hamster.
under there.
Yeah, she runs on her
Runs
hamster
on the
wheel
hamster wheel.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Treadmill style. And she works out
She does
works
work out.
out.
She trains.
hmm
at that beach gym that
Yep.
Larry's at.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
She gets weighed up.
I'm going to
Larry's
be
jacked,
honest.
too.
I think I'm Team Sandy because I think they're evenly matched except for strength. So I'm just like,
Yeah, you're probably pretty fair there. But I feel like you could also consider Kim probably has. Well, I might just talk myself into Sandy because I was gonna say
Hey!
I was gonna say that she probably has a more diverse fighting style, whereas Sandy is all karate. But you know what they say:
What?
I
Jack
fear
of all
them.
trades, master of none.
Yeah, fear the man not who's a
Who has
1,000
no
to
home?
1 and
Oh.
1,000 kicks once or one kick 1,000.
Yeah, one kick 1,000.
10,000
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Hear ye, hear ye.
No. So I think that with that being said, if we're saying that Sandy has perfected her craft, whereas Kim is just really good at a lot of crafts,
Yeah,
you got to take Sandy.
I'm Sandy. Convince me otherwise. Why does she have a bikini also? Just throwing that out there.
What do you mean?
Sandy, like when she's in her house, she's like in a bikini.
Yeah.
She's
at the
home.
beach.
She's comfortable. Do you not wear your underwear around the house?
Oh, I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense.
What do you wear at the house?
It's not really for me.
Yeah,
but
try me again.
I don't know, man. Just weird.
Dude, I
Squirrel.
got that thing ready.
this is a tough one.
I'm
Fuck.
I'm staying hardline, Sandy. The bikini thing was just a thought,
I don't know.
Yeah, just thinking about that.
She's
Yeah,
kind of a-
it's nothing.
about that in your
Nothing he's
personal
ever.
time.
Yeah, he never thought about it before. He was
No,
just
no,
curious
no,
right now.
no. Of course not.
I think that I'm gonna go Sandy as well because, like you said, Chris, she does seem to be stronger. Karate chopping that boulder in half,
Yeah,
but
I
also,
mean,
and like Kim Possible is smart, but
smart-
Sandy Cheeks
smart-
is
smart
wicked
too.
smart.
They're
Like,
both
she's-
really
Dun, dun,
smart.
dun,
Yeah,
It's tough because they're
Yeah.
just really evenly, both smart,
It's a
both
good
have
fight.
access to technology, both are good fighters in their own way and their own style. But like I said, one connect. I mean, I watched Sandy send SpongeBob like at a 45-degree angle off into the water. So it's like
I mean, he is just a she sponge or a sea
that's so
sponge.
true. He's not. He man,
probably
that
doesn't weigh a
totally
lot.
belittles that feat. See, I'm thinking you're tossing a grown
And
man.
also a grown sponge. And also, we were talking about Shigo earlier. She's got like superpowers. Like she's got something
True.
going on. So Kim Possible deals with that.
Oh, so true.
You're right.
So
It's
she's
not-
used to like, she's got a little something different.
Yeah,
going
but
on.
remember, Sandy was also part of the reincarnation of that super group and also had to face other bad guys with different superpowers. So that's also a thing we have to consider.
What a great call, Cody. Again, these two are just like insanely evenly matched. Is what we're getting
Man,
at because
dude.
that's a great point.
They
Yeah,
really
dude.
are.
So this must be your wallet. No.
Never seen it. Let's vote, Andy.
Yeah, I know. I gotta lock in Sandy. I gotta lock her in. She's too tough. She's got it. She's got that grit. Kim Possible doesn't have grit. That's a thing.
That's so
And
true.
Sandy Cheeks is all
You brought
grit.
up a good point that parents are rocket scientists.
She's just
Everything
super
handed
rich.
to her on a little silver platter.
Yep.
Sandy left Texas and went to the ocean and built a home under the ocean. In the ocean, not under the ocean.
There's a whole Marvel debate brewing in me based on what you just said, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm also going to lock in Sandy Cheeks.
Let's go!
Love for my fellow gingers out there, but Sandy Cheeks kicks some serious ass.
A
Yeah.
clean sweep with Sandy Cheeks. I was not expecting that. I'll be honest.
We should have did like Kim Possible versus Jeff Bezos. That would have been a good one.
That was the other. I pitched you that
I
one.
know that was on the table.
I know.
Yeah.
I said the female, the female square off,
Oh,
but now
that
that
was
I'm
a good
thinking
fight.
about it, you know,
Yeah.
he's not strong.
Bezos?
I think.
It was
Oh, yeah,
jacked.
never mind. No, I definitely, you're right. Yeah, no, he's
Bezos is-
jacked. He's
Bezos is
jacked.
jacked. All right,
Pretty sure he
Lock
does
that in.
jiu-jitsu.
Locked in.
Sandy Cheeks, Hoodoo of the Week. Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Andy, we're coming to a close rapidly here.
Yeah, I know.
Rapidly
I do got to
quick.
get out of here, unfortunately, guys.
We all got
Gotta run
lives.
out.
Everybody.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Do you guys have any shows coming up? Anything in the books? Every time that you guys have a show, and I can't attend, I look and it's like everybody that's ever been created on Earth ends up at the show,
Yeah.
except for me.
So we have a pretty big show for
Mhm.
us coming up
Big.
on the 30th of this month. We will be one of the opening bands for Sponge. Some may know who Sponge are,
Mhm.
and they're great, and
I'll
we're
s-
great.
I'll say
It's
this.
gonna be a lot of fun.
The Sponge Band, I've never really heard of them. I go on their Spotify, and they have 500,000 monthly listeners. And I'm like, why have I never heard? I go through all their songs. I'm listening to their songs. I don't know any of these songs. Probably because I'm my age, because they were mad popular in the 90s, right? Like super
okay.
popular. But yeah, super big show. We're super pumped about it. And
Where
We
is
got-
that?
Evening Star. in
Oh,
Niagara
nice.
Falls.
we got new songs, obviously, from the album, and we are also doing some covers. If you haven't been out to see us yet and you don't know what those covers are, then I'm just not going to say them and come out and see us. They're songs you know, some oldies, some newies, you know, all good rock songs.
Banger after
Lot of
banger.
ABBA.
Yeah.
So
It's so
All
every
ABBA.
time that I've gone to see you guys live, afterwards I feel a little self-conscious because I realize I'm just kind of standing there, like eyes wide, mouth agape, like.
that's
Which
how
I
I
probably
watch
shouldn't do
this
that
show
again, but,
while
like-
I'm on the toilet.
what-
I'm sitting on the toilet, like, look at these guys. You know, at least you're not naked taking a shit there while we're playing.
Not
so.
yet, not yet. But we did that idea has
Come
been
on the
tossed
30th,
around.
everybody.
Come on the 30th.
We can make
You
it
want to
happen.
see Andrew take a shit
Yep.
live on stage?
We actually did talk about Andrew taking a shit live on air
Yeah.
today, but
Andrew's starting
You
an
gotta save that,
OnlyFans
baby.
where he's gonna
He's
just
gonna shit.
publicly.
There's a guy that does that, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, of course. There's probably like
No,
200
like
guys
What?
a
that do
local
that.
guy who's notorious for it.
oh, local, well, gotta
Yeah.
support local acts.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Support small businesses.
Poops. He just shits.
Yeah, support small shits.
That's a
Pretty
good,
shitty
That's
job.
a good bookend. That's a good bookend right there.
Cody.
I'm a literal dad. I don't know what you want from me.
I just want to say this. I know we're ending. This is just my last ending sentiment here. I'm so honored that I changed the color of your face. It's a huge.
I don't. I don't want to make you feel bad.
But it happens often.
My face is so red. It's not that shade. It's not that shade of red. Usually,
You were a deep
that was
maroon.
very special.
You were almost purple.
That was
We
very
thought you were
special.
choking.
I was waiting for the hands, the universal symbol for
universal
choking.
Andrew doesn't do that when he chokes because he's too
Too cool for that.
masculine. He doesn't want to make people think that
just
he's.
leave it alone.
He just
Yeah,
lets himself
I can fix
choke.
my own
He's just
problems.
like,
I'll get myself out of this.
Yeah.
I just have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
The-
And then he
yeah,
I
trades
think you
yeah.
should
himself.
leave.
Yep. I
Yeah.
think you should leave.
Oh,
God
yo,
damn it.
yo.
God damn it. That
What
show's
the
so
heck is
funny.
going on out there?
He won an Emmy like yesterday or
No.
something. Not like it was like it wasn't a primetime Emmy. It was some other
I didn't know.
Emmy. It was like a creative arts Emmy, but at least he got one. Because that show's fucking incredible.
It is. The thought of that guy's face just makes me laugh.
Dude,
If I'm being
yeah.
honest.
He was the best.
Brings me a chuckle.
One more time real quick if you guys want to plug everything, your Spotify. And the links for all this stuff will be in the description of the episode.
course,
Your
of
Instagram
course.
and all that.
Go ahead, do the honors.
So we just put out an album. There's 9 bangers on it. Shout out to Zinni and P. Millie and also Zach Neff for doing a great job mixing and mastering on everything. And we hope to see everybody September 30th. And if not, we'll also be at the Evening Star again October 8th with Tokyo Monsters.
Yeah.
Nice. God.
Who
Those
is,
guys.
like,
I got to reach out to those guys
amazing.
about having them
Oh,
on the show
dude.
because they're fucking good, man.
They're great guys.
Yeah.
Very great guys. Very
Awesome,
amazing
awesome,
guys.
very humble dudes. They've taught us a lot.
Facts.
Yeah. Well, thanks guys for coming on. Sorry to end so abruptly like
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
know.
no
thanks,
problem.
guys.
It's
It was
kinda
a
like the
blast.
whole
I love having you
Seinfeld
guys on,
thing,
but,
just like,
see
well,
ya.
Yeah.
you guys know the show's over?
Hey, yeah. Hey guys, my cat died, so we're gonna have to wrap this up.
I know. Yeah, I wish we could go longer, but
That's
I got to
alright.
get out of here. But thanks again, guys. We really appreciate
Yeah,
you coming
thank you
on and
for
stuff
having
and
us
all
on.
that.
I always have fun when you guys are here.
Yeah, you
Obviously,
guys are
Andrew
the
doesn't
best.
because he's the one that's trying to run out. You know what I mean? I was getting here as fast as I can. Andrew just can't wait to leave. But thank you guys for coming on, as always.
Shit's getting deep. I gotta
Yeah.
go.
All
Yeah.
right, thanks, guys.
Andy, I love
We
you.
I
love
love
ya.
you too, guys. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.
Stop.